Alright, guys. We've got GUMIHO in the bottom left side of the map, a creative Terran player who's looked a little bit lost in this matchup recently, but as a result, I think the audience is criminally underestimating him. His opponent in the top right is ASTREA, a very clever Protoss player who did beat GUMIHO to qualify for the World Championship and has recently taken down a bunch of the best Terrans in the world with his Mass Storm, Mass Cannon Battery, turtley late game style. But GUMIHO knows about it. GUMIHO, who's been just turtling to late game himself and getting overrun by Protoss in late game, has looked a little uninspired recently. And as a result, I do expect GUMIHO to have gone back to the drawing board, thought about his builds a bit, and hopefully realized, hey, these Drilling Claw build orders we're doing, these chilling out, and then wandering an army into the corner of the map and getting it obliterated by splash damage. Like, it felt like he's been playing very airy-fairy. I think he's going to come in with a different direction because I know he's not feeling great in the matchup right now, but I think definitely there's some creativity he's going to have to do to reevaluate how he can play his best possible StarCraft. Now, we do, of course, have the Cyber Core there. Workers being optimized onto gas over minerals, which makes me feel like it's a Stargate build. I think this might be a Phoenix opening. Take a look. Stalker first and Warp Gate, so that does not look like... Could just be Sentry after Stalker, right? That also takes a lot of gas. And it was a reactor first for GUMIHO. Now, on this map, if those Stalkers pressure and you don't have a bunker, that's nasty. So if this Stalker goes across the map, and there is even a second Stalker, oh no. Could catch GUMIHO out, because, I mean, ASTREA saw the reactor, right? No, he didn't. He didn't see the reactor, actually. He's staying at home. That's good for GUMIHO. Because, yeah, it's really nasty when these Stalkers come in. You can kind of cut them off and corner them, but it's always awkward as a Terran if they Stalker pressure you on one of these maps without a ramp when you're also skipping the bunker. Now, these Marines could move out and try to intercept on one of these ledges. They intercept a Stalker there. They can get good damage on it. But if you get caught in the open flat ground, that's where things get nasty. Twilight Council comes down for ASTREA, and it is a third Stalker as well. Oh, he might be skipping scouting entirely. It's a cute way to play. This is bad for Gummy. Caught in the open ground against that Stalker. Stalker's going to have a good time. Stalkers can rotate around the ledges as well. Oh, he tried to go forward, but good pullback for GUMIHO. And he's gonna run north because he knows these Stalkers will loop around, so he's got to hide the Marines now and try to intercept. He could move into the middle of the map. This tall grass is actually a good spot for you to ambush. Hellions coming out as well. And oh, he's doing the old school Hellion swap build. The 6 Marine 2 Hellion pressure is such a good build, but it does leave you exposed against exactly this sort of pressure. Oh, this is an old TY build, guys. I used to win a lot of games with this 6 Marines into 2 Hellions rallying in behind it. Hits at about 330. It's so good, but of course it's been delayed massively now. And he's going to wall off, it looks like. Oh, very well done. As long as that probe quickly reacts on the Hellions, try to dart in, it could be good. Marines are just going to hold position in the hedge. And ASTREA, is he quick enough to react? Probes don't have massive vision. And, oh, he does get the pylon down. Hellions just get 1 probe. Oh, look at that. Mine drop? Or will it be a Marine mine drop, maybe? It's going to heal up in the middle. And the Widow Mine. Oh, Widow Mine and Hellion, maybe? Interesting. Stalkers, though. Oh, very lucky positioning for ASTREA. I was looking for the Hellions, but oh, he pulls away. Not quite as lucky as I thought. Second barracks. Almost finished behind it. There's a lot of aggression that GUMIHO is going for. Hasn't found direct damage yet. Going to start to finally find a bit of lost mining time. Of course, a single probe there forcing the unburrow micro. Now the Stalkers do come in. Widow Mine drop. Oh, he gets blinked on. Does lose that medevac. Stalker's going to go down. ASTREA's happy to just deal with the problem. Get back to mining. Trade a Stalker just to clean things up. He's got to get back to macroing. So, you know, can't be denying too much mining time when it's natural, especially when you rush Robo Bay like this, which GUMIHO, having seen that, has a decision to make. Does he keep building tanks and go for a big push? He knows there's going to be early Colossus on the field, or does he lean into his macro a little bit more? He's going to push out. He wants to at least create the illusion of threat. Stalkers just blink away very quickly, though. I think this is all GUMIHO's going to do. I don't think he's actually moving in. Oh, I like this. Hellion's going to dart inside the base. Goes for the gas probes. Oh, don't get surrounded, though. Ooh, the probes stack a little bit to chase him, though. And that's going to be 6 probes, I think. Very nice. 5, 6. Oh, my lord. Did change targets at the end. Could have maybe got 1 more. Auto turret comes in and gets 2 as well. Make it 3. Make it 4! Oh, make it rain, baby. It's 10 probes. Isn't that just the way it is sometimes in StarCraft? The committed pressure, the like Widowmine, the Marine Hellion attack that Widowmine drop doesn't really do anything. It's the random 2 Hellion drive-by once you think you've dealt with the pressure, combined with a single auto turret that suddenly does all this damage. That's StarCraft, baby. Brutal. When is Roddy coming on? Where's your mum, Primo? Sometimes questions, answers are best answered by questions of their own. Sentry Zealot Stalker running forward. Nice. Force Field is going to catch the siege tank. Crazy push here for GUMIHO, but he only loses 1. We appreciate you, Primo. GUMIHO did accidentally F2 the Raven, but nothing there to catch it, so he's just going to send it back to the corner. I feel like this base just got violated. Like, this is not your airspace, man. Zealots, Stalkers, Sentries, and Colossus. I like the Zealot run by on the 3rd. If you can cancel this 3rd, that is brutally terrible for GUMIHO. Because GUMIHO is trying to maintain position, but with the Observer watching him, that's a really big problem. Got extra barracks going down. One of them using the Tech Lab. The factory swapped off to build a reactor. Those Zealots, like I said, this doesn't have that many hit points. Does he have enough units nearby to save it? He might have to stim to get down there, man. You do not want to lose that 3rd, but ASTREA also doesn't want to throw the Zealots away, unfortunately. Luckily for him, no concussive shells. So only loses 1 Zealot. Super worth it to delay that command center. Tanks are now pulling back into this defensive wedge. I don't know if you call that a wedge, but like a little bastion, a little a redoubt. Dude, there's some fun words. Redoubt, bastion. What's another good word for that? A little fort, little defensive strong point there. Artillery emplacement. Colossus Sentry Stalker on the right side. Zealots down south. Raven still hiding in the back. Just a single Stalker waiting on the edge. Double Forge for ASTREA. How many gateways is he on? 7. 7 gateways into 4th base. I think ASTREA is showing a lot of respect for GUMIHO in this game. I think that's the correct way to do it. Bio moving around. This army is small, but the force fields are good. Those tanks. Oh, got to be careful trying to chase, but he gets... Oh, GUMIHO got a sentry. Saves the Marauder. Haha, disrespecting that Colossus damage. Clever. Couple Zealots in the north, couple in the south, sorry, a couple in the north. And 66 probes for ASTREA. It's not a crazy work account for ASTREA this game. GUMIHO pushing right now is very brave. But ASTREA's got to send these Zealots in, these counters in, and he's got to buy time with force fields. These tanks get sieged really close. It could be a really big issue. Decent first force fields. He's just got no respect for ASTREA's damage. ASTREA has so little damage here. Just a few Stalker, Sentries, and Colossus. He's not respecting it. GUMIHO's got enough bio at his rally to deal with this. That Zealot run by, yes, it's going to get a few SCVs, but how much more? ASTREA is taking some tank shots. Does Colossus need to rotate around the north side if he wants to push this back? Disruptor shot. Just going to find 2 Marines. Zealots are completely cleaned up on the run by. And if ASTREA loses this 4th base, it's going to put GUMIHO in a much better position in the long term. 1-1 upgrades finally finishing for ASTREA. He has had extended thermal lance for a while, but only 2 Colossus into Disruptors. And GUMIHO, interestingly, backs away. I actually think GUMIHO might have been able to just finish ASTREA's 4th base there. I think he almost certainly could have. Raven had 14 kills by the end of this game, by the way. By the end of its life, I should say. Looks like it did most of the economic damage this game. Bio gonna pull back into a defensive stance. Second starport has come down. He's gonna put that on the reactor of the factory. Armory, second eBay. Just doesn't feel like the quickest transition to late game. I mean, it's hard as a Terran, but like, where's, you know, 4th command center, ghosts, 2-2, all these things cost so much. But I think he's gonna let it go to the longer stage. I think it's a decent choice with GUMI. You know, he's obviously ahead right now. The scary thing is if the Protoss doesn't feel threatened or feel afraid, sometimes they take liberties. It's like, I'll take a 5th. Make double up. You know, he's already got the double forge. Of course he's going to go 2-2. Second Robo to make double Disruptor. Looks like he's going to play a heavy Disruptor Stalker rotation style. Poke in, throw balls, pick off base, run away, let the balls recharge. It's a good style. Harstem's done it a lot over the years. A couple years ago, there was a couple series between Harstem and Clem where I really felt like Clem had to work unreasonably hard in some very close games to beat Harstem in that one. And it was just, I remember that just being like a textbook case of just classic Disruptor zoning, Stalkers blinking in and sniping orbitals and things. See if he goes for that. Ghost Academy 2-2 coming in. Do we see Storm, I wonder? It's funny how ASTREA a few weeks ago, you know, made such an entrance with Storm. But I think ASTREA really prioritizes surprise. I don't think he likes doing something, feeling like his opponent knows what he's doing ahead of time. Not unless it's a brand new style people clearly don't know how to deal with. So that's why I think he's just like, nah, I can play this other style. And ASTREA really is very flexible. He can play pretty much every style. Disruptor shot, just gets a Widow Mine, loses a few Stalkers, Colossus takes a few volleys. You really want to keep your Colossus alive here. Right now, ASTREA is caught between 2 points in the game, and I think, yes, he's mostly on Zealot Stalker with 2 Colossus. But I really think what he needs is to actually start trading Zealots a bit heavier. You know, send 8 Zealots in, try to get the tanks or the natural rally while your other army postures, and hard swap into the Disruptors. He's going to try and split some Zealots away, but it gets spotted. GUMIHO using a lot of scans to keep track, but it's important. He's got to make sure he guards against this. It's a bit too much bio on the left side, one could argue. Doesn't have any tanks over here. Very heavy Marauder count. 1-1 against 2-2 upgrades. Favors ASTREA right now. Colossus are going to get taken out by the Vikings. Zealots come in, though. They kind of charge from behind. I think he could have kept fighting. Massive Disruptor shot. Clears the double-stemmed Marauders. Oh, my lord. The Guardian Shield's not quite helping the Zealots there, though. And it looks like that Planetary will get away. The Stalkers, I think they should take a Viking on the disengage if they can, but just going to back out is ASTREA. And, oh, I thought he was going to go Psystorm, but he's going 16 gate, double Colossus production. I think because he knows quite a few Vikings died, he figures just keep adding these. Damn. Tutu's finishing. GUMIHO's getting out of the most dangerous zone. But he's about to return there as 3-3 finishes in 30 seconds. Caduceus Reactors on the way. That's the extra medevac energy upgrade for Gumi. Will allow these. He's already got maybe too many medevacs, actually. But if he loses a few... Oh, hold on. Massive Zealot army coming in from behind. The tanks are finally going to go down. The Redoubt gets exposed. Those Zealots, though, not doing too well against the big bio ball. Does run some of them away. I mean, Zealots are cheap units, but... You can only throw so many away before it starts to cost you. 6th base coming up for ASTREA. He's probing pretty hard. 3-3 is now done for him. I'd love to see him keep sending these big Zealot waves in the left and poking the right, or even rotate that around. A lot of scans are being used, but notice ASTREA keeps rebuilding his observers. Oh, Disruptor gets a massive shot on the Marauders. Very sloppy to let his formation get caught around that ledge like that. Huge mistake for GUMIHO. Costs him a massive amount of units, and suddenly... He went from like really just being rock solid and leaving no openings, and now the ASTREA, who's had all map control for a while, so he can, you know, he can mess up a fight or two. He's gonna find no wall off as well. Oh, this is crazy for GUMIHO. Big mistake. He can definitely guard the Planetary. I don't think ASTREA can bust through there. ASTREA just doing that to try and create pressure. Zealots charging in the left. Oh no, GUMIHO right now. His natural's getting cleansed. Yes, on the right side he'll defend with the bunker, but on the left he's in trouble. Planetary. Still forcing Micro over here. He's just looking for mistakes because he knows GUMIHO's multitasking has been really taxed. 15 workers going down. GUMIHO can't afford these trades right now. He needs to keep defending this base. He does repair it, but he's going to eat a Disruptor shot. Another Disruptor shot. Ooh, good dodge there with the hot pickup. GUMIHO's got some libs set up now. It's a bit harder to keep doing this, but 12 High Templar just walked in. He's just going to make a big round of Archons. Why? There's no ghosts in this game. Well, very few. 4 ghosts did just come out. They're all on that left side. But he's like, dude, I could just go with Archons right now. Great way to spend my gas. Try to bust him while there's no ghosts on the map. Of course, he will find those EMPs. The Archons are a little spread out. It's going to be hard to hit all of them. Liberator harassment for GUMIHO. The one thing that's going to force ASTREA to react. But ASTREA's seen it, I believe. I thought I saw his screen up here. Liberator's going to siege. Librange still hasn't been made. What the heck? Oh, he's going to blink in. ASTREA, great disruptors, but doesn't actually land that big. They kind of went a bit too deep. So let's try to go in that side. I'd love him to hit the natural a bit more. Prisms, double prism in the main. He's got 16 gateways, guys. Unfortunately, he has no supply. He's got to trade. He's got to keep trading. Stalkers take out the lib. That's a lot of supply to deal with that. A lot of supply. Prisms flying around. This one flies straight over the Marines and Ghosts. It just, you know, that Liberator distracting him. Enough sloppiness here caused by that to make things really stressful. He's going to keep trying to push the front. He's only got a few disruptors. He's trying to create enough pressure in the back, but the double prism, it feels like that surprise could have been a game-winning problem if he walked in 16 Zealots in there. But he did it at the wrong time there, and ASTREA slightly disjointed a lot of Stalkers. Where'd they go, his Stalkers, guys? Looks like they have rejoined the army as far as I can tell. And he warps in more zealots to keep hitting this left side. Of course, the bio army moving out. He's still poking in the planetary, though. It's a really big, hard thing to push into. Phrasing! Sorry. Liberator comes in. Not the best base to siege on, of course, because you're kind of out in the open, but zealots get cleaned up. GUMIHO is trading 5,000 plus resources more efficiently. He could still get overrun, but Astrea's bank is gone. Astrea's going to jump on this top left army. Vikings and medevacs going down. GUMIHO needs to get these boys out here. He's trying to bring the rest of his army in to kind of flank the Colossus. Disruptors need to throw the balls. Oh, cry havoc and let loose the balls of war. A couple of big shots do land, but the Colossus are gone. That might be a good enough fight for GUMIHO. Jeez, crazy, crazy engagement. 5,000 resources lost is still the difference there. New command center floats out to a 5th base for GUMI. If he can blanket that with mules. Does he even have any? It's his main base. He doesn't have many mules. He's using scans so much. Oh, it feels like ASTREA at 86 probes should be able to outmine him. I mean, look at the income. 2,000 more minerals a minute. GUMIHO, I think he's just a bit too far behind economically. Unless the next fight is near perfect, because now Storm is here. It's 3-3 against 3-3, so the upgrades are even, which is definitely something nice that's evened out for Terran. His army looks very small, and with Storm coming in as well, Zealot, Stalker, Archon, Colossus looking pretty good for busting this planet. It's just not enough. Not enough to defend. A lot of his bio is in the top left side of the map. He's going to lose his 4th base and 9 SCVs. If ASTREA can defend this army, he should have it in the bag. It is a bit of an if, though. GUMIHO EMP the Nexus he does. That doesn't actually stop the recall energy. It still could recall if he wanted to, but maybe not the most well thought out one. Nexus goes down with 8 probes. Still no recall. Odd choice. ASTREA's giving up all of his base. He could crush that army, couldn't he? Couldn't he crush this army with recall, guys? Zealots are going to go in. High Templar. Oh! Storms! Okay, good hot pickup there. ASTREA's pushing the other side at the same time. ASTREA tries to defend with Storm, Opens, and Zealots, but he loses 2 Nexi in the process. He's rebuilding one of them. In the bottom right side, Archon Colossus tries to pull away. If ASTREA can, like, reorganize his probes, get them sent, that one's slightly misplaced, rebuild this Nexus, maybe it's not too bad for him since he was so far ahead on the income, and he did bust the 4th. But if he'd recalled and shut down that army, it would have been game over, keeping those 2 bases up. As it is, ASTREA still in the lead. GUMIHO, master of scrappy base trades. He creates them so often. High Templar in the open. Get taken out. This Nexus will fall. ASTREA is going to think about counterattacking. I don't know if... Is that the right call? It's pure bio with 1-2 ghosts in the mix. That's a medevac healing. Zealots have counterattacked. Army's coming back up this ramp for ASTREA. His Zealot counter is held by the Liberators. Yes, he gets a few SCVs, but only a few of them. The Colossus doing pretty well. He's got High Templar on the right side, though. Oh, he does land some good storms on the right, especially. Left side, not so much. Great positioning for Gumi, bro. Dude, big Zealot warp in for ASTREA, though. Can ASTREA get through it? There's no answer to the Colossus. Over time, these Colossus, as well as potential overstimming, could be a problem. It's a lot of medevacs, though. There's 10 medevacs there. 11 even. 11 medevacs giving him good healing, but the overstims, he can't keep up with those overstims. The storms, the Colossus picking away. Good micro by ASTREA. He knows, hey, this is a one-way trip. If you stay here too much longer, you're going to get caught out. If you pick up, my Stalker's going to take out these medevacs as well. Zealots coming in crazy numbers. And he's going to blink forward and try to focus down some medevacs. He gets one of the full medevacs. Same time, Bio-Lib army in the bottom right side. GUMIHO making this as messy as he can. Recall's going to go down. The Nexus will probably fall, but no, he's not targeting it. GUMIHO, he's going to lose that Bio army. Stalkers will be able to take out the Lib as well. The redrop over here. GUMIHO is leaning into the chaos because it's all he's got left. He doesn't have economy behind this. He's got to make some magic happen. And right now, he is saying, I dub thee a wizard, sir. He's putting down his Gauss rifle on the shoulder and saying, and stand, you are knighted, a wizard of the Terran Empire. GUMIHO, they're not knights. Wizards, you can't just give people magic by putting a friggin' gun on their shoulder. But that's what he's trying to do right now because he needs magic. He needs something special to happen. Rabbits need to be pulled out of hats. Doves need to be pulled out of sleeves. And tricks will not be enough. That medevac does get sniped down. The second one about to. GUMIHO knows he's over. He's done for. And ASTREA does take game 1. All right, guys. ASTREA in the top left side of the map. A few people in my chat were going, oh, it wasn't over. ASTREA lost all of his income. I think, you know, maybe GUMIHO could have fought it out for a bit longer. But even though he did a lot of economic damage, ASTREA had like so many bases still up across the whole map. Protoss is so quick to rebuild probes. He's got Storm. And GUMIHO's been using all of his energy on scans, which means he's not really been dropping mules. you know, something as simple as Dark Templar tech beats him there. If like a DT walks into one or two of his bases, he's kind of just screwed. I think he's in a pretty damn awful spot. You got to realize his supply was about to drop massively. He was about to lose one more full medevac when he GG'd. He just lost a full medevac. That's 20 supply in the last few seconds of army of that game. And I think realizing he was losing those, he was like, oh, I'm completely screwed. I think he's correct. I think he was pretty much completely screwed. I was a little surprised people were asking about it. Yes, the game ended rather suddenly, so I didn't really get a chance to fully tally up the damage after the fight, but definitely felt like ASTREA took some damage, but killed so much army for it that overall they were good trades for him, and he already had so much of the map. And if you keep all your bases intact, you can rebound so quick. Especially gas mining, when you can make Archons and High Templar, and the Terran can't really afford any more ghosts or very few ghosts. Those units actually become really good in those sort of scrappy situations. But that was a good kind of strategy for GUMIHO early game, despite the Stalkers interrupting him. I think what went wrong is GUMIHO not committing to the 4th base attack. I think if GUMIHO committed more to that 4th base, got the snipe on it, then pulled back, and then just did like a giant extra attack off like 4 base, if he was gearing up towards like a, whether it's a 2-2 bio lib timing, or a just stay on 1-1 but add ghosts and Vikings and go for that. I think one of the things GUMIHO's been very afraid to commit to anything lately. And I don't know. For me, I feel like when I watch even Clem, but especially the non-Clem Terrans, the secret to success for the Marus and Cures of this world seems to be when they're willing to just go sometimes. Pull the boys and just go. The bet's closed early, LOL. It's 3 minutes, man. And it looks like it's still open. You guys can still bet right now. What are you guys talking about? Yeah, we're betting on each game. Go, go, go. Hasn't closed just yet. I think GUMIHO should be taking this game. But I do think he might be a bit mentally broken in this matchup. I know that GUMIHO's really struggled with scouting being so common. And he was one of the first, back when I was talking a lot about the work accounts, he was the one pro who said to me, he's like, work account, I mean, he said the common thing, which is work account doesn't matter. But he said work account doesn't matter because there is too much scouting in modern StarCraft 2, so you can't hide any builds. Like, basically, like, all builds are kind of like metagames based on your opponent sees something, so you kind of have to play something that's not quite what it looks like. Like, everything is like almost showing your opponent fake stuff. Essentially, he was like, look, that you can't get a lot of creative and interesting all-ins and builds at the moment because there's too much scouting, and there's like overlord pillars everywhere, and you know, oracles can see everything with revelation, hallucinations, and he was kind of like, there's too many scouting options that are a bit too ubiquitous in and that seemed to be what he said stopped him from doing well. Unfortunately, guys, he's about to learn the power of the force field. This is a brutal 3-gate robo timing attack of 33 probes. Super old school. Nice pickup. Does take damage. That force field on the ramp traps the SCVs on the low ground. And don't get me wrong, there is a mine drop about to hit the main. There's a Reaper in the 3rd. But he is going to cut off so many SCVs. Probes. Oh, he could have killed it. I think he could have killed it. Oh, good split, though. Really good split. Whoops, and 2 Stalkers at home as well. And all the depots are on the low ground. Oh, no, that's a disaster, mate. Dude, oh, is he gonna lose the command center? No, GUMIHO! Oh my gosh. Okay, Reaper is right now murdering these probes. Finally, ASTREA mineral walks and kills it. But it doesn't matter, because look how much damage he's done. He just killed a command center and a ton of workers. I mean, his economy is not huge. And GUMIHO might just do a 1-base. I mean, he's got to do a 1-base all-in. Dude, what's the bet ASTREA dies to a 1-base all-in here, guys? I think he might. No, he can micro his way home. That's the problem. That's the problem. Because GUMIHO needs to pull the boys and go right now. He needs to go. He needs to go. And ASTREA needs to get some sort of tech. Is it Robobay for splash damage or something else? I don't know. Oh, stim. Okay, Prism Micro has been really good. Oh, he's got to get back. Got to get back. Oh, and these guys can just heal on the healing shrine. So it doesn't matter if you overstim here, because you can just heal on the healing shrine. GUMIHO, down here. Stop wasting medevac energy. Go down here. Here. Observer flies in. He sees no command center rebuilding. ASTREA's building just Immortal and Mass Gateway. So he's saying, look, this attack's going to hit so hard and so fast. I need to just make stuff. Slow Zealots, Stalkers, Immortals, anything that fights. And if he spreads his units out a little before the fight, that'll be crucial because these guys are slow and clunky. You gotta spread them out a bit for the concave. Tanks coming in. Here we go. ASTREA runs away. I think he should run towards this army, but look at that. Great micro with the prism. The zealots do go down. The stim is, of course, very frightening, but the SCVs are gone. The energy recharge goes down. It looks like GUMIHO will be getting pushed out of here. 2-0. Dude, who goes for 3-gate robo push anymore? I think this is specifically a counterplay to him seeing that GUMIHO often is so focused on his own aggression, he leaves openings to this sort of stuff. And a blast from 2017, a blast from the past, a very old build that we haven't seen in a long time. Just cutting probes that basically knock like 10 workers on the natural, full mining base, get a prism out, 3 gateways, get a sentry, force field their ramp, and all those marines being trapped in the main. Obviously a disaster for GUMIHO. Tanks, there's 4 of them. I mean, not having Twilight, just your unit scales so badly as ASTREA that he could lose this if he has a few more fights like that. Gotta be careful. He's got 2 immortals out. Where's the second one? I don't know where his second immortal is, guys. It's down here. He's accidentally lost an immortal. It does come back to his army now. Trying to spread his units out. Probes getting pulled. SCVs have been pulled. Immortal flanking from the south side. Oh, an immortal from the south, an immortal from the north. And those siege tanks are on a one-way trip to Pound Town. ASTREA takes him by the hand and says, I will show you the road. Shining, glistening, immortal. Takes those tanks to D-Town. That was a very much Magic Protoss ride. Really well played by ASTREA. Cool old school build order. If you guys want to buy my new album, Nails on a Chalkboard, it's going to be going up on my website for 4 easy payments of $399.99. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you, ASTREA, for showing some non-Storm Turtle PvT. Just really nice PvT, and such cute timing that I think was tailored specifically to counter GUMIHO's style. GG, well played.